Broadcasting live from parts unknown with people unknown. This is MJ and the Boys. Lucky bastards. Hello, and welcome to MJ and the Boys. MJ stood us up again. It's all right. It's been a while since she's done that.
It really has.
And it's all good. It is February.
Neil sounded great, though.
Yeah. Neil stood us up, too, because it's just too far for him to drive. It's February. MJ is going to a Christmas party.
Yeah.
So she says.
Makes sense every year.
It's the same excuse she came up with last year.
Last February.
Maybe it's true.
Her main squeeze, Earl, works at a restaurant that does their Christmas party in February because it's too busy around the holidays. So
yeah, all right, whatever.
Yeah,
we can do it. We'll have some fun. Last night, the Oscars, big deal with all the awards and whatnot and the parties, and we got a special Los Angeles correspondent.
Right on.
Trixie Jo Pineapples.
My favorite.
Yes, that's my preferred moniker. Thank you.
Trixie Jo. So I understand that you went to some sort of Oscar party. Tell me what happened.
Yeah, it was actually really cool. It was called the People Magazine viewing party. And I got an invitation from People Magazine in my email, and I have no idea why. I do not read People Magazine. I never buy it. I don't know why they invited me, but they did. And they invited I'm going to guess about 400 people. And we went to a theater in Hollywood called the Ricardo Montalban Theater.
That's awesome.
It's really
Were the seats
cool.
covered in rich Corinthian leather?
They were rich Corinthian suede. And I mean, honestly, I told somebody I was going to the Montalban, and he's like, wouldn't that be funny if it was named after Ricardo Montalban? I said, it is.
Oh,
and it turns out, I mean, his picture is everywhere in that place.
That is great.
He was really good looking.
It.
Anyway, so
the smaller
we go
theater
there,
inside is the Hervé Villachez Theater.
Yeah, I knew there was a Hervé joke in there somewhere. So we get there, and we had to get there at 1:30 in the afternoon, even though the awards didn't start till 5, because they wanted to make sure we got in our seats. They wanted to show us the red carpet arrivals. They were going to be, quote, special guests, and they were going to have like panel discussions. And they also said it was casual dress. And I dressed semi-casually, just wore like boots and a skirt. But when I showed up, there were, 150 people lined up outside in the rain, and half of them were wearing evening gowns. They looked ridiculous. And jeans. So it was weird. It was a weird crowd. But we get in there, and they showed us a red carpet, but it wasn't this movie stars. It was like the people who won for editing and cinematography. And so that was kind of a weird red carpet.
Hey, that stuff's important.
And then it is important. And I do care about that. But every single person they showed, everybody in the room would go, who is that? Who is that? I don't know. Who's that? And then the special guests were some couple that met on The Bachelor. I really could not care less.
Oh, no.
These weren't celebrities, and they weren't even special guests. They were just guests.
Well, they were
nice,
People Magazine.
And they gave away prizes for movie trivia, and the prize was a Screen Actors Guild swag bag, like the actual swag bag that the celebrities got.
The same? So that was a prize. You didn't get that?
I didn't get it because I didn't get any of the trivia questions right, but I was ready to kill for that thing.
But this is good. This is good because now we get a little bit of inside information. What was in the swag bag?
Yeah, I would love to know, but the person that won, she wouldn't open it. She wouldn't open it. I think she thought we were all going to mob her.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, the magazine gave me a swag bag. I got a little like loser's swag bag, and it had a bag of popcorn, some M&Ms, and a granola bar.
So now you live out in Los Angeles, but not in Hollywood. Does anybody actually live in Hollywood? Besides, like up in the Hollywood Hills where the movie stars live, right? But what?
Yeah, for sure.
How does the city of Los Angeles, like just the general population, how does it react to Oscar time? Is it like a big deal there? Is there a buzz in the air? Is people talking about it at the grocery store? What's it like there?
Oh my God. Absolutely, yes. It's like no matter what part of LA you're in, somebody who lives there is going to the Oscars, Like last year, I was getting my hair done, and the girl next to me was getting her hair done because she was going to the Oscars because she was nominated for sound editing. But she, it wasn't anywhere near Hollywood. We were just, in Santa Monica. So everybody knows somebody. And the really cool thing about Oscar Sunday, it's really quiet out because everyone's afraid of traffic. Everyone's afraid that if they go to Hollywood, they're going to get stuck. They're not going to be able to get around. They'll never find parking. So everyone stays home. It's sort of like Super Bowl Sunday.
Right.
It's a lot like that. But I got really lucky. I parked. I know it's like such an LA thing to talk about your parking spot, but I was really proud of my parking spot. It was like right next door. And then another thing that was kind of LA about the whole thing was they told us they were going to serve us dinner before the show started. And the dinner was umami burger. And you could either have a regular umami burger or a vegan umami burger.
What's an umami burger? What's an umami? What is that?
Umami is the sixth taste or fifth taste. What do you call it? How many tastes do we have? Sweet,
salty, sour,
bitter, and bland.
Yeah, sweet, salty, sour, bitter. And umami is the fifth one. And so there's, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah,
there's a chain out here called Umami Burger that's really delicious. So we got those and cheesy tots. We waited in line for our stupid burger for 45 minutes. We missed the entire first half hour of the awards.
But it's not really like scientifically engineered to like unlock some sixth sense, right? I mean, it's just like,
yes, it gives you ESP.
That's just like that's just like a clever name, right? I don't know. I'm obsessed with this umami burger.
Google umami.
Yeah,
umami burger is just what they named themselves, but umami, the flavor of umami is kind of a global phenomenon.
Is it like beef? Is it a hamburger?
They have beef, but of course I had the Impossible version, which it's just vegetable.
And how's it taste different than a regular burger?
You know what?
It does.
You know what MSG is? Monosodium glutamate.
Yeah, I love MSG.
That's an umami.
That's
an umami
yeah,
spice.
that's it. It's really good.
Okie doke.
It just makes everything taste a little better.
Okay, interesting.
I don't know how to describe it, but I think that is a fair assessment. It just somehow tastes better.
I'm sorry, I completely got
really
off the
rich
subject.
Taste, kind of salty,
savory
kind of,
and meaty.
just good.
It makes everything savory and meaty.
And meaty.
Meaty.
Awesome. Okay. So what did you think of the Oscars themselves? I mean, obviously you didn't get to go to the award ceremony, but you watched it, right? So
Yeah.
Any strong feelings? How'd you best picture Parasite?
I walked in the room with 400 other people. That was sort of fun, you know?
Yeah. Because they're into it. They're cheering and rooting.
And I thought it was freaking awesome and I loved it. I was rooting for it. I was rooting for Parasite because I thought it was, I'll tell you what I liked about it. Not just that it was a good movie, but it was a story I had never thought of or seen before. You know, I like these original stories that you're like, I did not see that coming.
You actually watched Parasite?
Oh, yeah.
You read all the words at the bottom and everything?
Yeah, it wasn't hard to do.
Come on, man.
Oh, I hate that, though. I hate it.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of subtitles. They're all right.
Is it real? So it's deserving of Best Picture, you think? Tell me about it. Give me a little bit of plot.
Well, that's the best thing about it is like you don't really want to know too much of the plot.
Okay.
But because then you'll really enjoy it. I mean, even a little bit of the plot might be spoiling, but I will tell you it's about two families in South Korea, present day, and their worlds come together in really unexpected ways.
Right.
I mean, you just got to see this thing. It's like nothing I've seen before.
It's fair to. It's not a spoiler. One is rich and one is poor. The families, correct?
Exactly. Right.
Now,
right.
But is it funny? Because it's supposed to be a dark comedy.
It's really funny.
It is really funny.
But if you were to ask me what category it is in, I would say it's a thriller. It's a psychological thriller, but it's funny, man. There's a lot of funny parts. And the acting's great. Like the actors, that was one thing I thought was a little strange. They celebrated the hell out of this movie last night, but none of the actors got nominated for anything. It's like, we're okay with, you know, foreign films as a concept, but not the specifics.
Because they're talking in a different language and you don't know if they're delivering their lines very well or not.
That's sort of a weak argument, but yeah.
Well, this is the first foreign language film to win the Best Picture, though, isn't it?
Yes, ever.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Is it? No, I don't think that's true.
No, that's true.
Didn't Roma win?
Romo? No, he lost in the playoffs in the first round of the playoffs. He fumbled the extra point.
What about Tebow?
Tebow never won crap.
I don't think Roma won. I'm not sure.
No, you're right. Because I heard them say that last night. It was the first foreign language film to win Best Picture. So that's really interesting because, because I haven't seen all of the nominees, but I saw The Joker and I was very underwhelmed by that. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and I enjoyed it, but I didn't think, it didn't stick out to me as like something that was amazing. Like the first time I saw Goodfellas, I was like, oh my God, that was amazing. You know what I mean? And so I was like, what's going to win here? I don't know these movies. And Marriage Story, I haven't seen that. I'll never see that. That looks like the most miserable piece of crap. Why would anybody watch that?
I watched it, and I got to tell you something. You would hate every second of it. Do not watch it.
Thank you. I'm
Your
justified.
summation is correct without even seeing it. I liked it. I mean, I did enjoy it, and the reason I enjoyed it is because I'm an actor, and the acting was excellent, and Adam Driver is fucking incredible.
Yeah, he's always good and everything.
Yeah.
So good. I knew everyone liked him, but I just really didn't know him that well. He was great in this movie, but the movie's just like why am I watching this? This is just this is a story about anybody's life. It's boring. It's sad. It's just bleh.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what it looked like from the previews. Boring and sad. That's what I took away from the trailer. I'm like, I'm not going to watch that.
So I just have to tell you, I did think about you during the viewing last night because, like I said, we watched it in this big theater with like 400 people or so. And because it was like this casual setting, everyone was just talking, I didn't really mind that much because we're all commenting. And if somebody wants something, you go, oh, that's great. But oh my God, Sticky, I had to get up and move. I had to get up and move because the two people behind me were screaming at the screen as if these were their personal friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, somebody would win something and be like, oh my God, Brad, oh my God, Brad, can you believe, and I'm like, and they would do it even for like a person who won for wardrobe. They'd be like, oh my God, Stella, that was so great. And I just couldn't stand it anymore. And I said to my friend, can we move? And she's like, yeah, we can't sit in front of two teenagers like this. I turn around, these were women in their 30s.
Of course.
Well, yeah.
What the hell? So
it sounds fun, though. What did you think about Joaquin Phoenix? He won the award for Best Actor. And I didn't think Joker was a great movie, but I do think he did a great job acting in it. So I was not against that. But what did you think about his acceptance speech? It was kind of a rambling stream of consciousness where he started talking about stealing a baby calf from a mother cow and stealing its milk and stuff. What did you think about all that?
Well, I'm a little slightly embarrassed to tell you that, I am a robot. I have no emotions, but he got to me and I started crying. And I think it was
because of when he started
the cow, the baby cow.
Oh, the cow.
First started me. Yeah, the cow and the calf. But he just really got to me because I'll tell you something he said that just kind of resonated with me. Like what I took away from it was like, we're sort of taught to believe that life is unfair. You know what? We don't get what we want. And, some people are better than others and life is just unfair. But what I got from what he said was, fuck, it's unfair because we make it unfair.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that way. We can be the equalizer for people who need it, So I really appreciated what he said. And then Renee Zellweger, who I also thought was an amazing actor in Judy Garland, the Judy movie, she gets up there and her speech was just like, he made her look so stupid.
I thought so too. Because his speech was so emotional and so personal, and he did a lyric. He read a lyric that his brother River wrote, and he was breaking up while he was trying to say the lyric, and then she just got up and her speech was Best Actress winner 101. Like, I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank my friend. There was nothing wrong with it. It was just so straight out of the textbook of like how to receive an award. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And she said, our heroes unite us. And I was like, what? Like, are you talking about like Marvel superheroes? Because they kind of do. They brought you and I closer.
Sure.
They brought our aunt closer to us when she discovered the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
So that's right. Our heroes unite us.
Yeah.
Also, it really takes me aback every time she talks, and she's got a thick Texas accent.
She's very Texas.
It's so weird because she doesn't look very Texas.
Not anymore.
And I didn't watch the ceremony. She should have closed her speech with, Oscar, you had me at hello.
She did.
Did she?
She did close it that way.
Oh, right on.
What did you think about Brad Pitt? How about Brad Pitt? Well, he won the Best Supporting Actor for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Right.
Have you seen that movie?
Probably. I didn't see it yet, which is killing me because I have to see it, and everyone tells me I have to see it. I love it.
It's good.
And I mean, I love that time frame. I love Hollywood. I love serial killers. Like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean. I'm really gonna enjoy it. And I thought he deserved to win. However, I was in line for fucking tater tots when he was giving his speech.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Well, that's worth it. The tater tots are the best.
First award of the
they were
evening
really good.
was the
really
tater
good.
tot award.
Yeah, they're the best side item. Big five
we
side
have
items
cheeses.
right now: mac and cheese, tater tots, French fries, rice
Mashed
pilaf,
potatoes?
and mashed potatoes.
Buttered
big on
corn,
potatoes,
buttered
are you? Yeah, corn on the cob, man.
Corn on the cob, of course.
Green bean casserole.
That's good.
Okay, I was going to play the big 5 sounder, but I can't find it. Brad Pitt's great though. But you know what I thought was interesting, because I haven't seen it yet and I'm going to. But the Mr. Rogers movie, Tom Hanks nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
So it's the Mr. Rogers movie, but he's not even in it enough to be the lead actor.
Oh, he was not the main star, no. And it's not worth seeing.
They don't market it that way. They market it as a Mr. Rogers movie.
Well, because who the fuck's going to go see Matthew Rhys in a movie?
Not me.
Talk to Mr.
Did you
Rogers.
see it?
Belle saw it.
Oh, Belle saw it.
Yeah.
I respect her opinion. Yeah. What did she say?
I didn't see that, and the reason I won't see that is I know I'm going to cry. I need to cry, and so I'm not going to watch either of those Mr. Rogers movies. Too much tears.
Now, I didn't want to see it, right? Like, I didn't bother to go see it in the theater because I saw the Mr. Rogers documentary that came out last year.
Yes, and you bulge your eyes out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But why would I don't need to see the docudrama starring Tom Hanks if I just saw the documentary.
Well, it's not a life story about Mr. Rogers. The movie's not.
Right.
It's a very specific period of Mr. Rogers where he is being interviewed by this character played by Matthew Rhys.
Uh-huh.
It's the story of how the author grows by interviewing Mr. Rogers.
So right,
Mr. Rogers is a subsidiary character.
So the movie's not about Mr. Rogers. It's about the interviewer.
It's about the interviewer.
Yeah, that's just like that Hervé Villachez movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It could be interesting.
Dinner with Hervé.
My dinner with her. It's right there in the title though. My dinner with Hervé.
Yeah.
It's not about Hervé. I mean, it is about him, but it's more about the guy.
And it was a beautiful day in the neighborhood when this guy went and hung out with Mr. Rogers.
That's a trick. That's marketing. That's some bullshit. It should be called My Day in the Neighborhood with Mr. Rogers.
How about Hervé's dinner with me?
Yeah.
I'll tell you one other award that I had a problem with. Not really a problem because, to be honest, I haven't seen any of the other nominees. Toy Story 4 won Best Animated Film, but Missing Link. So I don't know if Toy Story 4 is good or not. I feel like it just won because it's Tom Hanks, it's Toy Story, everyone loves it, it's Pixar, and they can do no wrong.
Right.
Missing Link is one of those Wallace and Gromit looking like stop motion claymation things about a guy who meets Bigfoot. He's like searching his whole life for Bigfoot, and he finally meets him. And instead of like killing him or turning him into the authorities, he helps Bigfoot go across the world to meet his cousin, the Abominable Snowman. And it is awesome. It is sweet and funny and great. And I loved it, and my wife loved it, and my kid loved it. And Missing Link, without having seen the others, it's not really fair for me to say, but I'm going to say Missing Link should have won Best Animated Picture, and it's totally worth watching.
Well,
that sounds great.
In my real life world, I had an odds maker on Thursday or Friday last week, asking about the Oscars, and that was the one he said should win Best Animated Feature. He said he didn't think it would, but it should win.
Yeah. See, that's right, because Toy Story won because of name recognition, I'm sure.
Oh, yes. And because it's the Pixar. It's got the Pixar name.
Trixie, have you seen Jojo Rabbit?
No, I didn't see it, although it's my own fault because I live in an apartment building that has a small screening room, and they show these movies, and they showed all of the Oscar nominees before the Oscars. And
That's awesome.
Jojo Rabbit was playing, and I was just about to walk in. I thought, I really want to put my pajamas on, so I didn't. I watched Knives Out. Which was great.
Yeah, that's great.
And it didn't.
Should have been
get nominated for Best Picture, but it did get nominated for Best Original Screenplay, which was, it didn't win, but it was great. But I didn't see Jojo Rabbit, and I regret it. I'll see it one day. I love that Taika Waititi, and I did not know that he plays Hitler in that movie.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Sticky hates him.
No, I don't like him at all.
Hates everything about him.
Perverts.
His funny.
He doesn't.
His humor.
He doesn't take the material seriously.
You need to be a little bit careful with what you say because he might end up being your brother-in-law one day.
I would love that more than anything.
Me too.
I do like Kiwis. I do like all Kiwis. They're sweet people. Have you seen Jojo Rabbit?
No, I have not. No.
Yeah. I want to see it, but I
did
haven't
see
seen
Knives Out, and it was the best movie I saw last year.
Yeah, Knives Out was really
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only saw 4 though.
Trixie, any other thoughts on the Oscars? Any final thoughts on the Oscars?
Not really. I just really hope that one of these days I will get to be there in person. It's just a bucket list item, whether I just go as a guest or if I'm nominated. I mean, that's a far way off, but
Can you not be a seat filler? How do they pick those guys?
I could, but that feels a little sad. Actually, last year I was signed up to be a red carpet, what do they call it? Like crowd you're supposed to stand behind the rope and take pictures of the celebrities as they come down the red carpet. And it was like actual job because they wanted this to look real crowded,
Right.
And I was signed up to do it. And then when I got the instructions, it said, you will be standing for 6 hours. There is no option to sit.
God, fuck that.
And I was like, nah.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
6
outta here.
hours standing.
And it was, the forecast was a possibility of rain. I'm like, I'm not standing 6 hours in the rain. That's why I moved to California, to not have to do that. So I skipped it.
Okay. Well, thank you for your thrilling and in-depth Oscar report. Appreciate you. Now, I don't know if you have to go or not. If you can stay, we're going to do 23 weird Valentine's gifts your nutball will truly enjoy.
I can stay for that, and then I got to go. But
Okay.
I got to hear the Valentine's gifts.
Which nutball? My left one or my right one?
If you have a weird person in your life, Valentine's Day is this Friday.
It's Friday. Yeah.
Friday. And Shawn and I are both married.
Yes.
I'm going to guess.
Not to each other.
You and your wife. Yeah,
Yet.
I know. It's a bummer.
Maybe second marriage for you.
You and your wife, I'm going to guess. I don't know this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to guess you have an agreement to fuck Valentine's Day. Who cares?
I have that agreement.
But she doesn't.
but she doesn't.
Terrible. That's not an agreement.
No, I always get her something. She never gets me anything because I don't want anything.
Okay.
And it's usually some ridiculous oversized animal.
Okay. That's fair.
Most of the time stuffed.
I think it's cool. I mean, if you're married, get them a little something or a big something or whatever. It's no big deal. Like, I think I'm too old to like hate Valentine's Day. Like I used to hate it, and now I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck it.
I just don't care.
I'm just gonna, I'll get her a candy heart. Who cares?
We got a new toaster last night. That could be a Valentine's
Okay, well
Day
that's
gift.
actually on the list.
Yeah.
Um,
it is, isn't
Toaster?
it?
Yeah.
I would love a toaster for Valentine's Day.
All right, so here are 23. This is from Huffington Post. 23 weird Valentine's gifts, and we'll go through them fast because there's 23 of them. The first one is a You Rock candle. It's a wax candle in the shape of
Dio hands.
Dio metal hands, the rock on,
Yeah.
fucking rock and roll hands. I would love that. And the pinky finger and the pointer finger, those have the wicks on them.
I wonder if it smells like Dio.
Oh god, that would be awful. Smell like
Like
garlic.
when he pulls his leather pants off.
Like sweat and garlic is what that smells like. Number 2.
The selfie toaster. It's a metal plate that you can put in your toaster, or it's the toaster as well. I'm not sure. That will burn your smiling face onto your bread.
It's like a custom-made metal plate.
metal plate to go in your toaster and toast your bread with your stupid face.
I love that.
It's super
You
unnecessary.
can burn your face into someone's toast and be like, look, it's not Jesus, it's me.
It's me.
Eggplant vibrator.
All right.
It is.
Oh my God.
It's not actually a real eggplant. It's a vibrator that's shaped like an eggplant.
I don't know who this is. Corina Kova Real Love Sex Doll. Judging by the picture, she's a porn star.
Is that the picture of the girl or the doll? Because if that's a doll, I'm getting it. Because that's amazing.
Doesn't say. It's $3,500 though. So
Okay. Bloodshot eyeball backpack.
well, that's gross.
It's just a backpack that looks like a bloodshot eyeball.
Why?
don't know.
There's nothing more romantic than a backpack designed to look like a bloodshot eyeball.
I don't understand at all. First of all, a backpack shouldn't be shaped like a ball. And second of all, what does that have to do with Valentine's Day?
Exactly. I thought the
Having
same
said
thing.
that, sounds like a pretty fun gift. Yeah.
It's the bloodshotedness. It's very
I see.
Valentine-y. How about a wine is my Valentine sleep shirt?
It's cute. It's a shirt. It says
It's a
wine is
shirt.
my Valentine. A thong with your face printed on it. It's just like the socks I got for MJ
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Only much more disturbing
Yeah.
for the partner. Jesus.
Last night at that Oscars party, there was an editor from People magazine who was telling stories from her past, as a writer at People. And she said that she had interviewed The Rock, and she didn't mention to him that it was her birthday, but somebody on her crew told. And the next day she came home and there was a ring at the doorbell and there was a giant cake with his face on it. And I thought that was a pretty smart gift. The Rock sends you a rock cake. But I don't know about toast and underwear.
Yeah, well.
How about cannabis wine?
This is weird.
It's wine that tastes like pink lemonade and it makes you stoned instead of drunk.
All right, then.
Yeah.
I may actually get this
Sounds
for Belle
great.
because I think she would love them. Meditating Pink Flamingos. It is various pink flamingos in yoga poses.
Yeah, they're
That's
cute.
cute. That's cute.
No, they're great.
A remote
They're
controlled
only $55.
a remote controlled bidet. Not only is that romantic, but it could be sexy fun, or it could be a prank.
Yeah. No, it would
Surprise.
be a prank. How about the giant champagne cork table? No.
It's a coffee table shaped like a gigantic champagne cork. It's cool. It's like an end table.
This is like my
Maybe.
entire teenage years coming up here next.
After sex towel. Ugh.
Gross.
It's just a towel that says after sex towel. But what's is there something specific about it? Is it more absorbent than regular towels?
It's got little
No, I
sperms
think-
on it.
It's smart though because
Because that way you
you
won't.
don't, you don't have to have your own dedicated towel
Yeah.
for that. But if you want to try to wash your
Oh,
face, presumably.
you're breaking up on us. I'm
Yeah,
afraid of.
presumably you won't try to wash your dick with your house towel.
Right. That's what
That's what
I
I'm
think.
saying.
That's what she said.
Yes.
THC infused sriracha. Hey, Shawn, you might could like that, right? You love sriracha, don't you?
I do love sriracha. Let it go with the THC, though.
Okay.
A rainbow catacorn statue.
Aw,
It's a cat who's also a unicorn.
my daughter would love that. Operation Boxer Briefs. They're boxer briefs with the Hasbro game Operation on them.
Except the part over the man's package is Operation Willie's midsection and not his groin.
Yeah, he's on it sideways instead of up and down. Whatever. You can still play it, I guess.
I don't know if his name's Operation Willie, but it is now.
You keep getting all the pot ones. I don't know why.
I really a portable pink bong, because who doesn't need that?
How about
my.
a sexy fanny pack?
Yo,
What the hell? What am I looking at here, Shawn?
The fanny pack looks like a woman's ass in a pair of Daisy Duke jean shorts.
Oh, I see now. I'm just okay.
Yeah,
That's really disturbing.
a cordless vacuum.
Oh, it's
Rude.
awful.
A cracker pillow. This is a pillow shaped like a giant Ritz cracker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Pink lips bank.
That's cute.
Face lips. Pink lips bank.
Chocolate wine. Blah.
Chocolate wine. Cannabis chocolate.
Cannabis chocolate. Good, Shawn. I keep getting all the thong ones.
Again. Well,
Kiss Me Mesh Thong. It's a thong for men with lips on it.
Ugh.
oh, don't lean into the photo.
And the model is very metropolitan looking.
yeah, and his
Metropolitan.
his wang is showing through the mesh in the photo Huffington Post, for God's sake.
And that's it. So if you're gearing up for Valentine's Day, and we know you are, there's 23 weird gifts that you can get, all available. Just look it up on HuffPost.com.
Wow, I wasn't unable to look at the model for the mesh thong's face when you first said it because I'd scrolled down too far.
Yeah.
He does not look like a real boy. He looks like a fake plastic doll man.
like the Corina Kova
Yeah,
sex doll.
yeah, only with a mesh thong.
Yep. Okay. Anybody got any Valentine's Day stories?
Thanks for the list. That's really helpful. I hope I get all of those gifts for
Okay,
Valentine's
yeah.
Day.
hope you do
I
too.
mean, I hope you get some.
I hope you get some of them. Actually, not all of them.
something. Well, you're just hoping for the eggplant
Yeah,
vibrator.
don't get the
for-
eggplant vibrator, please. Don't tell us about it.
Okay.
Okay. She's already got cucumber shaped one.
Ah, okay.
Hey. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good time. Talk to you later.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye, Trixie.
Bye, everybody.
Trixie Jo Pineapples.
Quality.
Now it's time for nerd
The
stuff.
People Oscars party.
Yeah, the people.
The People magazine.
I watched it
Oscars party.
because I knew she was going to be there. I watched it on TV.
They aired the People Oscars party on TV.
On a streaming Roku app. Yeah.
Oh, did you see her?
No, I did not.
Oh well.
But I tried. I did my best.
Streaming Roku app.
Yeah. It's
Right
like the
on.
People app on your Roku TV.
Haven't got that one.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
a lot of apps on my Roku, but not that one.
Well, we downloaded it just so we could try to see Trixie on TV, but
Fair enough.
we didn't. Whatever.
Are we ready?
Are you gonna sing
Ready?
it?
Everybody's nerdy about something, and if you're not, your life really sucks. Nerd stuff.
All right. Hey, Neil has made his indelible mark on our show.
Yes.
So I have a movie review.
Okay.
I saw the movie Suicide Squad Part 2.
That's not a thing yet.
What is it called? Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
And I liked it. And my wife liked it. What's interesting about it?
I don't know.
It is part of the Suicide Squad universe.
Right?
There
because she's the same person that played Harley Quinn.
It's the same character, yeah. But, because Suicide Squad was such a drag and everyone hated it,
Yes.
we would have thought that they would have sort of tried to distance themselves from it. But and it was not at all like Suicide Squad, but they made at least 3 direct references to Suicide Squad. There's a picture of Captain Boomerang up on the wall, like a wanted poster.
Okay.
And she walked by and she goes, "Oh, I know that guy." And what's interesting about that,
He's a bad guy.
he's a bad guy. They are making Suicide Squad 2, and they won't say whether it's a reboot or a sequel.
Right.
And they're being very coy about it. But now I know that actor, whoever plays Captain Boomerang, is in Suicide Squad 2. And we know now that he's a wanted man because of Harley Quinn.
Sure.
So now I'm pretty sure that Suicide Squad 2 is going to be a sequel to Suicide Squad, and it's not going to be a reboot.
And it's going to be the Manhunt. Well, I mean, if you can do a sequel and improve on Suicide Squad.
Well, it can't get much worse. But this movie was, I read a review of it before I went, and it said it was DC's version of Deadpool. And you know what? That's exactly what it is. It's violent. It's funny. Harley Quinn doesn't talk directly to the screen, but she narrates the story, and she talks directly to during the narration, she talks directly to you. It's not raunchy as Deadpool, but that's the biggest difference. It's more but the violence, the type of humor, and it's ultra violent. It earns its R rating, there's drug use. Harley gets superpowers from snorting a cloud of cocaine. Sort of. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, I mean that happens. So it's definitely an adult movie, but it was fun, and it was stupid. I'm not going to pretend it was some sort of Parasite or Oscar contender. It was a dumb movie, but it was a lot of fun. The action was good. The Birds of Prey, who definitely take a big backseat. The movie's 85% about Harley Quinn, but they're all awesome. Huntress, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, she's great. She's my favorite part. Oh, and Ewan McGregor plays the bad guy, Black Mask.
Yeah. My celebrity twin.
He is, you wish. Not Simon Pegg. He's the best part of the movie because he plays this character he's a gangster, right? And he's evil, and he's insecure, and he's weird, and he's friendly.
Yeah.
And he's like awful. He's all these things, and Hugh McGregor just does it, man. It's just really.
Like, he's also my celebrity twin.
Who?
Black Mask.
Okay.
Funny, awful. I'm all those.
Yeah,
things.
you're a lot of those things. So Hugh McGregor was great, and Rosie Perez was really good, and the kid was pretty good.
Rosie Perez.
Yeah, Rosie Perez from White Man Can't Jump. Yeah.
Okay.
Or White Man Can't Jump. Yeah. She plays Renee Montoya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's a cop in it, and trying to track down Harley Quinn.
Sure.
And the plot, and again, I won't give anything away. The plot, basically, Harley Quinn and the Joker break up, and at that point, Harley Quinn's fair game to anyone that she's vexed over the years who wants to kill her. The Joker's no longer gonna, protect her.
Right.
So they're all coming after her.
So she doesn't kill the Joker.
Well, that would be no. Spoiler alert: the Joker is not in this movie at all. They talk about him, but there's a quick brief scene where they show the Joker, and it's just a stand-in, and it's like 10 miles away. You can't even see the guy's face. It's just implied that it's the Joker,
right?
But he's not in it, and he doesn't die. Okay, so the Joker, the Jared Leto Joker, sorry people, but he still exists somewhere. And if this movie's in the Suicide Squad universe, it's also in the Ben Affleck universe. The Batfleck universe.
Oh, yeah.
So Batman Ben Affleck is still alive somewhere too. And that's really the only problem I had with the movie. This is super nerdy, but...
That Batfleck is still out there?
No, it's just all this crazy shit is going down one night in Gotham.
Uh-huh.
There's no way that Batman wouldn't be onto that. There's no way Batman wouldn't show up unless he was. So I internalized my explanation is that he's out in space.
Or he had the flu.
Yeah, I guess he could have had the flu. Don't you think Batman would fight the crime through the flu?
I don't know. I think the flu can bring down the toughest of heroes.
Oh, okay. The flu is pretty nice. You get your flu shots, people. So overall, I will give it a smooth opinion, a good solid one.
A good solid smooth opinion.
But keep in mind that the first time I saw Suicide Squad, I also gave it a smooth opinion
as well.
But the difference is, I saw Suicide Squad alone, and I had no one to corroborate my review. My wife also enjoyed this movie. She said it was much less predictable than Suicide Squad.
Yeah. So one good solid smooth opinion.
There you go. Smooth opinion. What else? The Mandalorian's got a release date for Mandalorian season 2.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is it next week?
It is not. It's later this year.
Needs to be next week.
It looks like the Marvel or the Disney Plus shows, we're going to get Falcon and Winter Soldier in August, and then, or is it WandaVision in August?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see.
My internet's not loading, but
Falcon and Winter Soldier premieres in August, WandaVision in December, The Mandalorian in October.
In between those two, right? So there you go. There's that.
I'm more excited about The Mandalorian than any Star Wars thing I think I've ever seen.
I'm going to say that
I've been excited about.
We've talked about this before, but I think the Mandalorian is on par with any Star Wars movie that's been made, including the new ones, including the old ones, and not just the story, but the special effects. Which
I'd go so far as to say it's not on par; it's superior to.
Yeah, and which gives me a tremendous amount of hope for this Falcon and Winter Soldier and the WandaVision and the Loki show, because if they're putting all those resources into the Star Wars, they're certainly going to do the same thing for the Marvel shows, right?
You'd think, but who do they have in charge of those?
I think it's Kevin Feige.
Okay, because who ran the?
Yeah, it is.
Because who ran the Mandalorian?
Jon Favreau. Yeah.
So I mean, that's a pretty big name dude to be in charge of the show. So do they have?
Yeah, and it is. It's Kevin Feige, and he's the executive producer of all the Marvel movies.
Right.
So yeah, these things are going to be. I think they're going to be on the same level. So you're getting 6 episodes of Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's basically Captain America Part 4 and Part 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really think that's what it's going to be. Yeah. I'm super stoked for them.
Well, of course you are.
What else? We talked about the Big Lebowski last week.
Yeah, I saw they released a trailer for it.
The Jesus Rolls.
Not gonna get excited about it yet. I'm gonna.
I'm not excited about it at all. There's no way it's gonna be good. It might be good, but it's not gonna be the Big Lebowski. It can't be, because the Coen brothers didn't write it.
Yeah, no, nothing could ever. Well, I say that, and at the same time, the Coen brothers didn't write the Fargo TV series, but it is as good as Fargo the movie.
That's a good point.
So, I mean,
that is a good point.
And John Turturro is very tied to the Coens. I mean, he's in every Coen brothers movie essentially, so he knows what they do and he knows how they think. So maybe,
that's an interesting argument. No, but I know that he's a fantastic actor, but has he?
He's directed a few things, nothing major.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's written or anything, but he's been in some of the best movies of all time. He's worked with some of the best directors of all time. Coen brothers, Spike Lee. He's probably worked with just about everybody. He's in every movie. So, I mean, for real, he is. He's in a ton of different movies. But I've got small hopes for it.
I have very, very low expectations, and if it's great, it'll be that'll be great. I'm definitely not going to get my hopes up. And I'll admit, the first time I watched Big Lebowski, it wasn't my favorite movie. I was like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? It took multiple viewings before I really appreciated it.
That's the way. I mean, that's the way of the Coen brothers in a lot of their movies. It takes multiple viewings. I have liked it less on subsequent viewings recently. I watched it a while ago, I don't know, a year or so ago. And maybe it's because I'm so overly familiar with it, but I didn't find myself enjoying it as much as I once did.
Right.
It's the opposite of Oh Brother Where Art Thou. Every time I see Oh Brother Where Art Thou, I like it more. With this one, I didn't.
Well, it could be just because Big Lebowski has become one of those movies that everyone loves and quotes and talks about.
It may just be that
just burned
I've got
on it.
fatigue. Lebowski fatigue.
I don't want to name names, but there's one of the people in my life who I hate more than anyone loves the Big Lebowski so much.
Yeah.
Because all he does is watch, cable TV all day. He sees it 3 times a week, and it's his favorite movie ever. And it makes me, it gives me a bad association. Every time I try to watch it, I'm like, ugh, I got to think about this fucker,
Yeah.
So,
Sorry that happened to you.
yeah. But I'm with you about but Oh Brother Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
Much less sort of, it's not on TV that much. People don't revere it as much for some reason.
No, they don't. Whenever you see a list of greatest Coen Brothers movies, it's always mid-pack or bottom.
Yeah.
Towards the bottom.
Ridiculous.
And
It's one of my favorite
one of the
movies
best
ever.
movies, yeah.
Not just Coen Brother movies.
And I would like to see a spin-offy sequel of that about Vernon T. Waldrop. Just see what he got up to after Holly Hunter left him.
Cole Waldrop.
Yeah. Or I forgot his first name. He ain't nothing but a card wallop.
Oh,
See, Vernon T. Waldrop, he's bona fide.
right. What if Vernon Waldrop and the Hog Wallop brother?
Yeah.
What if they went on an adventure
dude,
together?
That'd be a little road trip.
Yeah.
Waldrop, Hog Wallop. Oh, man. That'd be the shit right there.
See, dude, we need to go out to
Yeah,
Hollywood.
man. How great would that be? Solving crimes. Hog Wallop and Waldrop. They're bona fide.
You got any other nerd stuff you want to talk about?
No, I don't. I haven't really had a chance to watch a lot of things here, nerd wise.
And I've been watching Community. I've been binge watching. I watch Community every single night now.
All right.
Ever since we did that show.
There is a show. It's on YouTube. It is available on YouTube. It's not really nerdy. It's more just dorky. And I've been watching it for a while. There are 9 seasons of it. I think about half of them are on YouTube. It's called Taskmaster.
Okay.
It's just,
not the Marvel villain.
Not the Marvel villain. No, it is
Too bad.
It is a bunch of comedians asked to do ridiculous things.
So they're put on a task.
By the Taskmaster.
Okay, very
and,
okay.
and then they're rated by the Taskmaster.
Are they unknown comedians or people you've heard of?
No, it's a British thing on YouTube.
Oh.
And one of our loyal listeners, Victor Puente, has discovered it as well. And if you don't take my word for it, because I'm an Anglophile or whatever,
Yeah.
take his word for it.
Because he's a super cool guy.
Yeah, he's a super cool dude. He likes board games.
Uh-huh.
So it's definitely. Sorry, Victor. It's definitely worth watching, despite me or despite Victor, depending on which side of the world you come from.
Awesome. All right.
Taskmaster.
There's your recommendation for the week. And now...
Dad jokes. They don't seem funny to normal folks.
Oh, but these ones do, though. These are some funny ones. You ready?
Yes.
All right. When chemists die, they bury them. Barium. Huh? All right,
Yeah.
wait.
Which is a chemical element, if you're
Barium.
not.
I bet Carrie laughed her ass off. Jokes about German sausage are the worst.
Spelled with a U
Yeah,
instead of an O.
W-U-R-S-T, worst. A soldier survived mustard gas and pepper spray, and now he's a seasoned veteran. Huh? Come on.
Christ.
One more.
Where are these coming from? Are these from your dad?
Yeah, my dad sent me a whole
God
bunch
almighty.
of them. I know a guy who's addicted to brake fluid. He says he can stop anytime. That's a good one, though. Because brake fluid.
Yeah.
That's why that's funny.
Oh, man.
At least they're not racist.
That's true.
Anyway.
That's true. At least they don't hate the Irish or marriage or women.
My dad really hates Irish people.
Want to know why nurses like red crayons?
Red
Crayons?
crayons or
Crayons?
crowns?
Crayons?
Well, hold up. Because my wife and I have a problem
Crayons.
with this. Crayons. The kind you
Crayons?
color with.
Yes.
Okay, start over.
Want to know why nurses like red crayons?
Why do nurses like red crayons?
Because sometimes they have to draw blood.
Ho! It's just as bad.
Well, my dad and your dad probably hang out on the
my
same
God.
seedy joke websites.
Yeah, deep on the dark web.
The dark web.
All right, that's it. That's a show, folks.
Wow, you really hit that L hard, didn't you,
Folks. Remember to find us on Instagram
Yes.
and
Facebook, and the
Facebook.
Twitter, and Podbean.
oh, let me just say one
Stitcher?
more thing.
Okay.
For nerd stuff.
Yes.
John Krakowski from Jim from The Office
Right.
said he would love to play Mr. Fantastic in the Fantastic Four Marvel movie.
Oh, he's still bummed out he didn't get that Captain America part.
That's right. He almost got Captain America. He was down between him and Chris Evans. Now he wants to be Mr. Fantastic. And I bring that up only because I already made the Photoshop for this week, and it's got the Fantastic Four in it.
Oh, okay.
So now the Photoshop makes sense.
Okay, right on. Right on.
That's it. Sing us out, Shawn.
This has been MJ and the boys, you lucky bastards.